10 chic and timeless winter outfits, style tips and lookbook 2022. As the cold weather settles in, it can be hard to know what to wear. But not to fear, I've got you covered with 10 chic and timeless winter outfits for 2022. From cozy sweaters to elegant knitted dresses, layered looks or something more fitted, there should be something for everyone in today's lookbook. With a whole collection of style tips as the icing on the cake. A portion of today's video has very kindly been supported by Stitch Fix, an online personal styling service helping you look and feel your best from the comfort of your own home. So I shall tell you more about that a little bit later in this video. But first, let's get straight to winter outfit number 1. Let one stunning piece do all the heavy lifting for you. Now, when it comes to looking chic and timeless in winter outfits, sometimes you just need that standout piece that can do all the hard work for you. And like I often recommend in my videos, there's no easier way to do that than with beautifully made outerwear. Winter dressing can be quite tricky. You're torn between wanting to look chic and really elegant, but the reality is you're quite cold and you just want to wrap yourself up warm. So my best advice for winter is to invest in the highest quality winter coat within your own budget, and it will sprinkle its magic over any outfit idea. With investment pieces, I would personally avoid bright and bold shades, unless of course that's specifically something that you wear all the time. Play it safe, opt for neutrals, and make sure that you're getting those high quality fabric compositions for your pennies. This absolutely stunning jacket combines so many of my favorite things. My favorite shade of camel, slightly oversized, impeccable craftsmanship, and the icing on the cake made from one beautiful blend of wool and cashmere. And I do feel very lucky indeed to have such a beautiful piece now in my wardrobe. And as you've seen throughout this footage, no matter what kind of outfit I style it with, that coat always remains the star of the show. It's definitely my kind of classic piece that I don't think I will ever tire of. 'Tis the season for a little sparkle. If there's one season that I'm tempted to dabble with a hint of sparkle, it would of course be for the festive period. And as luck would have it, my lovely friend Hayley has designed a sparkly skirt that fits the bill perfectly. Now, I'm personally a little bit funny about styling sparkles or glittery pieces, and definitely prefer a less is more kind of approach. For example, I would never pair this skirt with something quite glam on my top half. I would just feel way too overdone and like I'm about to take part in Strictly Come Dancing. Instead, I much prefer to tone down those sequins with something understated and quite subtle, a bit of a high-low contrast. So for evening chic or perhaps heading out but wanting to keep it fairly low-key, I'd simply pair it with a classic piece of knitwear like this crew neck jumper. There's something so very alluring about knits and sequins together. It just oozes a certain kind of effortless elegance. And to be honest, if you can't get away with a bit of sparkle at Christmas time, then when can you? For added warmth, I'd probably add a pashmina or maybe a blanket scarf over my shoulders rather than have a coat kind of competing for attention against all of those sequins. Besides which, I do love that subtle elegance of just adding a scarf into the mix. My style tip for out when you plan to dance the night away would be to pair it with a simple cami and maybe just layer a blazer over the top. It will give me options if I get too hot with all that jumping around I'm planning on doing, and the juxtaposition of all those different fabrics combined together really works for my kind of low-key style. Making my blazers work for winter. As a big lover of blazers, I certainly don't let the small matter of the cold stop me from wearing them throughout winter. They just need a few little tweaks to make them work when the weather's not on your side. Adding in a timeless turtleneck is one good starting point for making these items work in this season. And as a happy bonus, it feels particularly Parisian style too. In fact, I will often layer a vest top under that roll neck as well, just to make sure that I stay super warm and toasty. Like here actually, from when we were in Paris last December and it was quite chilly, layering underneath that blazer with a roll neck enabled me to be out and about all day in that outfit idea. I've got a couple of turtlenecks in my winter wardrobe that I do find incredibly helpful at this time of year. Aside from the obvious pairing of jeans and trousers, they can work under dresses beautifully as well. Winter denim. I don't think there's anything more chic and stylish than seeing a fellow woman looking truly comfortable in her own skin. So try not to discount the items in your wardrobe that quite simply make you feel your best. Which brings me to a timeless pair of denim jeans. No, the style is not what I would say is particularly on trend right now, but do I care? Not in the slightest. I love the fit, they're comfortable to wear, and I could style them with, say, 80% of my winter rail. Versatile indeed. Finding the right jeans can feel somewhat of a mission to begin with, but once you find a style that you love, it's worth sticking with. Style tip. This is one area of my shopping that I do really double check on my measurements, particularly the rise, to just make sure that that's going to be the fit that I'm after. If you're struggling to do this yourself, just measure an existing pair that you really love and you love the fit of and analyze that against the pair that you want to buy. Unfortunately, every store seems to use different measurements, so it's always worth double checking this yourself, especially when it comes to denim jeans. While I am not fussed about denim fashion trends as such, I am preferring a high waist on my jeans, plus a bit of a crop as well. That feels the most flattering on my shape, and it allows me to make a bit of a feature of my shoes, which I am very much enjoying. Helping me look a little bit more chic and timeless in today's video is thanks in part to Stitch Fix, who I have the great pleasure in sharing with you all today. Now, they are an online styling service that's available at your beck and call. There's no subscription, they're just there to help with your outfit ideas and inspiration as and when you need them. To start, all you have to do is take this easy style quiz. Essentially, it's to give Stitch Fix's real-life stylists all the information about what you do and don't like, and what your personal style is all about. For example, would you wear these jeans, this top? Do you often find that trousers are too long or tops are too tight on you? Once you've added all the details about your style, then you just wait for the inspiration to arrive in your inbox. Then you can make changes as you wish, add in items, take pieces away, or just have confidence that your stylist wants you to try something different and give it a go. You can choose whether you want to receive ideas every couple of weeks, on a monthly basis, or with no set timeline at all. You'll just pop back when you want some more ideas. The choice is yours. And then a couple of days later, your fix arrives and you can have a hassle-free try-on session in the comfort of your own home. There's no obligation to buy and you only pay for the items you want to keep. So let me show you what Stitch Fix's stylist picked out for me. One beautiful blouse from British brand Whistles, a pair of rain and stretch trousers with my favoured turn-up, a boyfriend blazer from Liverpool, Los Angeles, a great pair of classic white trainers from Vagabond, and one gorgeous striped cardigan that's very much my cup of tea. As you can see, their stylists have essentially given me a mini capsule wardrobe here that I can easily mix and match with. For smart but casual everyday chic, pair the blazer with the shirt and trousers and finishing with the trainers on my feet. Or add the cardigan into the mix and keep the feeling relaxed but stylish. Go a little smarter for the office with the white shirt again, but this time adding in my ankle boots, and obviously the blazer works really nicely with this outfit too. Or add tonal winter boots with the cardigan look for colder days throughout winter. What I also loved when receiving my fix was this handy printout from the stylist of even more outfit ideas I could make with these pieces. 2 looks per item, which I thought was a really nice touch for the parcel. So if you're keen to make your wardrobe work a little bit harder for you this winter, signing up to Stitch Fix was a convenient, easy, pretty fun and helpful way to do it. The stylist charge is just £10, which is redeemable from your purchases. And as I mentioned, you don't have to enter into a subscription and you only pay for what you actually want to keep. It's a bit of a no-brainer really. If you'd like to sign up to Stitch Fix too, I have added a link in the description box for you to take a look at the end of this video. Make use of your dresses. There is nothing I love more than wearing a pretty summer dress, but the British weather can be so temperamental that it's often quite difficult to get as much wear out of them as I would like. So in the colder months, how can you make use of your dresses, still feel chic and stylish, and stay warm at the same time? One style tip is to layer them under some of your cozier, more weather appropriate pieces. A chunky knit looks great worn over a dress, especially if it's slightly longer in length. I would just be mindful of the shape that you're creating overall, so you don't feel like you're just one big bulk of fabric. Belts are particularly handy with these sorts of looks and can draw the eye upwards while also giving your body a bit more shape. I've added my knee-high boots here for a bit of extra warmth and to add another tone into the mix really. And while those black tights peeking through do annoy me ever so slightly, I can get over that for an outfit like this overall. Knitted dresses are of course already a one-hit wonder in winter, but it's also worth playing with the styling on these too, as they can be worn in many more ways than you might first think. I could wear mine in such a variety of different ways. It's perhaps for another video. Go basic, not boring. Having the right basics in your wardrobe is a must, every season really, but especially so in winter. But like I often say, just because it's basic, it doesn't mean that they have to feel lackluster. In my humble opinion, a beautifully made piece of knitwear, for example, would be anything but. While it's right to keep an eye out for high quality items that are not only warm enough for the chilly weather, that certainly doesn't mean that you have to blow the budget either. High street brands like Arket, Reiss, Everlane and COS, to name but a few, they all have either a sustainable range or generally only use lovely fabrics anyhow. So you could pick up a lovely forever piece of knitwear for under £100. While I love to invest in neutral basics or minimal styles like stripes, that certainly doesn't mean that you have to. If you're fond of colour more than I am, and that's following your own personal style, then colour pop away. I would just be mindful that the silhouette is timeless and that the fabric will last. Two of the key factors to making sure your basics are for life, not just for Christmas. Another style tip when I'm styling basics is I sometimes find it nice to add a statement piece into the mix. The basics then form a blank but beautifully made background canvas, so to speak, leaving you free to make a feature out of one special piece. Tailored trousers. My favourite kind of trousers this season has got to be of the tailored variety, and I've added quite a few different versions into my wardrobe this autumn winter because I know I'll easily get my cost per wear out of them. I rarely save them for best either. No matter how dressed up they might originally feel, there's always a way to make them work for everyday chic. The beauty of tailored trousers is that they make you feel instantly pulled together yet effortless. Even if the rest of your outfit is fairly relaxed and low-key, they're just that key ingredient that always looks polished. Style tip: when styling them in a dress down fashion, I'll often opt for my chunkier trainers so that the width of my shoes sort of catches the hem, so to speak, and it just stops those trousers from dragging on the floor. When I do want to dress up a touch for the festive season, these sorts of trousers are often what I will reach for. It's pretty hard not to feel comfortable in trouser and blouse combination, and I hazard a guess you've already got something pretty similar in your own wardrobe already, so you could easily recreate this look. Styling ankle boots. A few style tips now on how and when I reach for my ankle boots, which hopefully you'll all find helpful. Now I have a few little quirks of styling mine and the self-imposed do's and don'ts which I seem to adhere to. They're not style rules, as I'm not really a fan of that, but they're just personal preference really, which you might find helpful too. Now if the length of my trousers sits midway down the ankle boot, I find that kind of in-betweeny length pretty frustrating and it visually just looks quite wrong to me. So that's when I would add a little bit of a turn up to just lift the hem to the skinniest part of my ankle here. If I'm wearing trousers long over my ankle boots, I much prefer the hem to just be skirting the floor. Yes, that does then leave them more likely to catch occasionally on the floor and get a little bit grubby, but it does look so much better and really completes an outfit, so I think it's worth it. It really bugs me, a bit grating like fingernails on a blackboard for me, seeing too much of the toe portion when styling in longer trousers. It's a bit neither here nor there, so I really try and avoid that. I would probably never wear ankle boots with this length of dress or skirt. I think it looks terrible on me actually. It just cuts your leg off in the most unflattering fashion. And in short, excuse the pun, it looks a little bit daft to me. It does look a lot better adding in black tights as it keeps that line flowing all the way down, but still it probably wouldn't be an outfit that I would reach for. And midi skirts can look odd with ankle boots too, either leaving a gap of skin or even tights between the top of the boots and then the hem of your skirt can just feel and look a little bit odd. I much prefer knee-high boots with midi skirts like this, or a nice pair of high heels if I'm out. And that's it, quite probably way more than the 10 winter outfits I intended to share, but hopefully that's given you all lots of inspiration for how to look chic and timeless this season. Don't forget to take a look at the personal styling service from Stitch Fix. As promised, I have added a link to them in the description box below. Have a wonderful week everyone, and I shall see you next Sunday for one final video full to the brim of style tips and outfit ideas before Christmas. Hope to see you all then.